Why the human brain can't handle infinity. Try to picture infinity. Not a really big number. Not the universe. Not forever. True infinity. If you're being honest, your brain immediately breaks. That's because the human brain is fundamentally not designed to understand infinity, and neuroscience explains exactly why. Our brains evolved to survive on the savannah, not to comprehend endlessness. Everything we interact with has limits. Food runs out, days end, people age, objects have edges. Because of this, the brain relies on bounded thinking, understanding things with clear beginnings and endings. Infinity has neither. When you think about numbers, your brain doesn't actually see them. It uses mental shortcuts. Even very large numbers are stored as approximations. Once numbers grow to large, the brain stops treating them as quantities and starts treating them as concepts. Infinity isn't just large, it's unbounded. There is no reference point, no final value, a stopping condition. That's where cognition collapses. Neuroscientists have shown that the brain processes quantity using a system called the approximate number system. This system works well for small and medium numbers, but loses accuracy rapidly as numbers grow. Eventually, the system stops functioning entirely. Infinity never even enters the system. Instead of understanding infinity, your brain substitutes metaphors. Endless, forever. Never stops. These are emotional placeholders, not true comprehension. This is why infinity often triggers discomfort or anxiety. The brain interprets it as an unresolved loop, a problem with no solution. From a cognitive perspective, unresolved loops create mental stress. It's the same reason unfinished tasks bother you. Infinity is the ultimate unfinished task. This limitation shows up everywhere. Ask someone how long forever feels, and they'll describe it emotionally, not mathematically. Ask them to imagine infinite space, and they picture darkness expanding, even though true infinity has no edge to expand from. The brain always tries to impose boundaries. Even mathematicians who work with infinity professionally don't visualize it. They use symbols, rules, and abstractions. Infinity is handled logically, not mentally. When people say my mind is blown, that's not a metaphor. It's a signal that the brain has reached the edge of its processing framework. Interestingly, children struggle with infinity even more than adults. Studies show that understanding never-ending concepts develops very late, and even then remains fragile. The brain prefers finite systems because they're predictable and safe. Infinity offers neither. This is also why infinity shows up so often in philosophy and religion. When something can't be understood logically, humans tend to assign it meaning emotionally or spiritually. The brain fills the gap. But here's the fascinating part. Not understanding infinity might actually be a feature, not a flaw. If humans could fully comprehend infinity, decision-making would collapse. Everything would feel insignificant. Urgency would disappear. Motivation would erode. Survival depends on finite thinking, limited time, limited resources, limited chances. Your brain is wired to act, not to dissolve into endlessness. So when infinity feels impossible to grasp, that's not failure. That's biology doing its job. Your brain wasn't built to understand forever. It was built to survive now.